Hello guys, this is Psycho Crush and I'll be playing through Astro Boy by myself, obviously. But, you know, just something to tie you over while Drill Dozer's going on. I have two things, you know, maybe three. I may throw in Sonic events too, we'll see. What you're seeing is, you know, the beginning of Astro Boy. I'm pretty sure this is how it happens. I never watched the anime. I saw a little bit of the cartoon on Toonami actually, and I actually kind of liked it, but I haven't seen much of it because, you know, they cut it off. Cartoon Network sucks, I know. Alright, right now is a tutorial level where you get all the controls of Astro Boy since he's newly reborn and doesn't know all the things he can do. I like the fact that, you know, it's like you're actually playing as Astro Boy and not just a, you know, carbon copy, because we all know Astro Boy can fly on jets and he can shoot beams and he has super strength. We know all this about Astro Boy, and I'm glad they put it in the game because, you know, in fact they didn't even really weaken him down or anything. He's actually how he should be. Of course, he can get a lot stronger once you progress through the game, but we'll talk about that later. Right now I'm using finger laser, and I did that, and now I'm going to use the kick. Kick, basically it's one long kick that can knock other enemies into others. As you can see, it'll make a sound. This game was made by Sega and Treasure. I'm not sure who published, not sure who developed, but I do know these two are in the works of it. Licensed by Nintendo, obviously. I like the special moves of their game. They all make sense. They're not cheesy, and they're, you know, perfect for an Astro Boy's character, because he can do all this stuff. Now here's the part of souls. You can acquire soul by actually meeting someone, but if you don't fully know that person throughout the game, you won't get anything from it yet. But later on throughout the game, you'll get to know more about that person if you see them again, and then they'll be given a role, either good or evil or neutral. I believe neutral. Neutral is probably because you don't know what if they're good or evil yet, so you find out what they are, good or evil, and you get actual upgrades when you find different people. As far as actually finding the people, you have to look on your own when you first get into the game, but the more you progress through the game, you can actually get sensors, and the sensors help you notify where people are actually at. Alright, now I'm in the city, and this city actually has a lot of little Easter eggs. Let's look out for them. I actually really like the fighting mechanics of this game. It's not sloppy at all. There aren't really any set glitches. You can tell the game was purely polished, you know? There you go, you see a Sega symbol right there. Guess that's where Sega Corp works, huh? Highly doubt that, but you know, you can use your imagination. I'm very unaware of where they got these enemies from. I haven't watched the Astro Boy cartoon, but from the looks of it, they look like they were made exactly for this game. There you go, Gunstar. Treasure actually made Gunstar Heroes and Super Gunstar Heroes, or whatever it's called for Game Boy Advance. I recently beat Gunstar Heroes for the PS3. I downloaded it. Right here is where you can actually find a person if you blow up all the windows. You have to destroy that street sign so that all the cars will go away, and you can trigger a soul and actually get another level up right here. Alright, that's another person, and they're on the good side. What's really important to level up basically is laser, life, and jets. I don't really level anything else up because, you know, I mostly use the laser for bosses. It'll really help, trust me, later on. If you level up your lasers all the way, you'll be very pleased afterwards with the result. Their health will go down tremendously faster than it would if you didn't have their upgradable lasers. Gaia, I'm not sure what Gaia is, but I'm sure it's a reference to one of the previous games Treasure or Sega has made. I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's a reference to something like that. You gotta love that shot. Just gets everyone down. It's kind of weird that it comes from his butt, but you know. Another thing is you can level up the super bar. I'm not sure. I kind of forgot how. I think you do it through soul, or you just simply get it from each level. I'm not sure. I kind of forgot that. This also reminds me, like, I'm kind of shocked that I've never seen Astro Boy in a fighting game before. He kind of seems pretty fit to be in one, don't you think? That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see Astro Boy fighting alongside some of my favorite, not Street Fighter characters, but SNK fighters. But that'll never happen. It'll most likely be Street Fighter if they ever threw in an extra character. That's not SNK's thing. They only put characters from their own games or their own company, Neo Geo. Like Marco from Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. I was pretty badass to see them in that game. It's really hard to play as though. Right now, this is where you fight all these spiders, which oddly reminds me of Mega Man X4 when you fight the spider boss. And a lot of people compare Mega Man to Astro Boy, but I kinda don't see it, but I see where the comparison can be made as to where the story interacts to where robots versus humans, Reploids join humans, Reploids go against humans to turn into Mavericks. I can see how that works, because on this game it also shows that some robots rebel against the human race to, you know, do what they want instead of being under human rule. What sounds more funner? You want to be a, you know, Reploid and do all humans' work, or do you want to go out and kick some fucking ass? Exactly. I know you picked Maverick. I know you did. Now, generic big boss. They always throw this in some kind of game like this. It's a boss that's, you know, identical to the little bosses you've been fighting. It's just a little bit bigger. That was easy. Right here you encounter another soul about the lady you should have saved. I skipped past that part, I'm sorry, but you get her soul and I leveled up life one more time. Now you're fighting the Magnemite that was in the cave. This boss can actually be a real fucker if you let it jump on you. It takes off more than it should. That's why this boss can be a real fucker if you just let it jump on top of you. Everything else is really easy to dodge. Basically, you just want to jet out of the way, get behind it, and just shoot a laser. This is where it starts to become a real problem. Oh man, I hate when he jumps. Believe it or not, I actually died a couple times with this part. And the shot, it actually stuns the boss for a little bit. See, that takes off a lot. Well, that does it for this part of Astro Boy. I'll be coming back and we'll be talking to another robot and heading to another level after this. See ya.